Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
Okay, here's an interesting question. For the same position, same job profile, same thing that you do, why is it one person gets a slightly higher salary and package? Why is it that one person gets low? In fact, I just got off the call with one potential client, not client. He asked me, as we are talking about the different services that I offer, he wanted to know why is it that he's stuck on a particular salary. He has been trying to apply for a year. He's getting only the same salary, not more. So what is the reason behind this? In this video, I'll discuss these points, and you can tell me in the comments below. You agree, disagree, and feel free to add your input, because people can learn from you as well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, Qatar, Saudi, Bahrain, Oman, especially UAE, Dubai. People also take my services for Canada, Australia, Europe, and few parts of USA. And finally, people book my coaching and consulting services for personal or professional problems that they may face. They would like a different opinion. Okay, so now, why is it you're getting a certain salary and you're not able to increase it? Or why is it that you're getting paid X, but someone else who he has the same talent, same skill, same everything else, but he's getting paid much more? Okay. Now, first things, let's set the ground rules so there's no confusion. I'll give you my thoughts about my experiences both in India as well as UAE, okay, or sorry, the Middle East. The second is we have to accept certain facts or realities. Like, for example, small local company versus large company. A small local company versus a multinational company. So over there, common sense applies. A small company cannot pay you budget of a big company. The second one is, let's understand this bit. Racism does exist. Favoritism does exist. Sexism does exist. But we'll keep that aside for now, because these are variables you cannot control. Okay. So having set the ground rules, now let us figure out why. In all the years that I've been serving clients or analyzing, I found there are certain key elements. Number one is, the job that you're doing. You might assume that, oh, this guy is also doing the same thing. Is he actually doing the same thing, or is he doing something different? Is he actually doing the same thing, or is he doing something more? Is his job more stressful than yours? Are there other core benefits which are being offered, which, they are not being offered? Because keep in mind, you may assume that my friend is doing the same job, but is he actually doing the same job? And also keep in mind the critical factor, the, how important the client is who you're serving, how much of a headache that job is. And many a times people forget to include, you might be working 5 days a week. Maybe this guy is working 7 days a week. Maybe he's on the call. Maybe you're dealing with 2 people. He's dealing with 4. Maybe you're reporting to your manager, maybe he's reporting directly to the owner. So these are the variables you need to find out. That's the first one. The second one, okay, about luck, forget the luck factor, that we always need. But in order to be prepared for luck, in order to get lucky, you have to do this. This is one thing which I notice most people don't. You're good at your job, great. Are you good at networking? Are you good at marketing yourself? Are you good at selling yourself? Do you know how to repackage yourself? See, most of the people's resumes and profiles that I see, either they have done it by themselves and they feel, wow, what a beautiful masterpiece. Look at my photo, man. Look at the color, man. I look like a bloody king, man. I look so sexy. You're praising your own ass, man, and you're admiring it. Question is, how do other people view it? That is where all the cosmetics, all the jargon, all the so-called sophistication, all the stuff that you put, maybe it makes you feel happy and nurtures your ego. But if you actually look from the employer's point of view or the market's point of view, they don't give a damn. I have told people so many times, you can have a gold-plated CV with platinum embossed and diamond studded. Nobody will care a damn. The only thing they care about is what benefit does he bring me. Okay? So people generally make their own profiles, or they will give it to somebody who is good at the visual presentation or good at marketing. But remember, just because you gave it to somebody who's good at like visual merchandising, as I call it, like making you look amazing and pretty and big words and bombastic stuff, and you cannot get a job unless you think like the employer. I have yet to meet, in my 20 plus years, I have yet to meet a single employer who was so impressed with the design, the layout, the color, the big words, the photograph, that he said, we must give this guy the job. Businessmen don't operate like that. Decision makers don't operate. They want to know, I gave him 10,000. How much more can he give me? I need 10x. So if you can contribute maybe 80,000, then they'll reduce it. Remember, they are always looking for their benefit, and they calculate paying you per year, not per month. Okay, and always remember, when you join a new organization, first 3 to 6 months, you're just a liability. You're just wasting time. They're just teaching you the processes, procedures. It takes time for you to reach the peak. No one joins a company and from first day only starts churning out numbers, unless you are in sales and you already have a waiting list of clients, which is very rare. Then the next point that I want to emphasize is, see, we have spoken about networking, communication, marketing yourself. This one is an overused term, but they are not looking for a person with even more technical skills. See, this is a mistake people make. Oh, I'm an engineer. Okay. I've worked with this software. Okay. Then there is a limit, right? How much you can know technically. Even if you talk about IT, how much can you know in IT? You obviously can't learn everything, and no organization wants everything, and you can't do everything. So maybe, for example, Google will come out with a new algorithm and you upgrade yourself technically there, fine. But there's a limit, right? And if everyone else is upgrading themselves with the same course or same technical expertise, the question is, why should someone pay someone else more? When you can get so many people with the same qualification, same experience, asking for the same salary, why should you be paid? So that comes down to leadership. How do you position yourself as a leader? Simply putting words, I take a leadership stance, or I have solved these problems through leadership qualities, that is not leadership, my dear. Leadership is where you prove it to that guy. Listen, if you employ me, I'm going to do the job of 2 departments, 3 departments. Or you take me, I'll manage 10 people, 20 people. Now the question is, what if you don't have that experience? Well, then how do you It all comes down to how do you communicate this. Because remember, many a times there are many employers who are looking for potential candidates who are not up there, but they can be nurtured, and they wouldn't mind investing in a worthwhile candidate who can take on leadership skills. I have had this fortune where employers and especially businessmen, because I used to always be in touch with the owners, they were ready to invest in me so that I could give them future returns. It's like, taking care, nurturing a plant, and blooms to give you. But for that, you need to be loyal and faithful to the organization. And there should be a long-term vision there. Let me give you one last point before drawing to my conclusion. Every year, there are new people who will prove to be your competitors. Every year, inflation will go higher. Every year, market desperation increases. Every year, there'll be more unemployed people who are retiring. Every year, there'll be new skills which will make your skills redundant, which will make you a relic of the past. And technology is forever changing. New things are forever coming. So then how do you survive here? Some people say, network. Some people say, learn to market yourself. Some people say, you need to have contacts, connections. See, the fact of the matter is, there are limits. There are limits how much you can earn. Forget, Donald Trump might charge $1 million before being president. He used to charge $1 million just to have Skype. Those days it was Skype. Have a Skype video call. That was his rate for speaking as Trump the brand. Now, just because he got paid 1 million, you and I, no matter what we do, I don't think we can ever reach 1 million. Forget 1 million. Nobody will pay us even 100,000 to give a 1 hour speech. Forget 100,000, 10,000 also. I'm sure most of us with experience can get in the range of $1,000. I have got in the range of 1,000, 2,000 and 5,000, but those are multiple gigs. Okay, $5,000, multiple gigs with add-ons for speaking and communicating. But an average Joe, he might take $20, $50, $100 to speak for 1 hour. And many people do it for free also in order to get publicity. It's like a barter deal. So each one of us should know what are our limitations. For me, there is a limit to how much I can charge people. If I go beyond that, I will price myself out of the market. In the same way for you also, if you price yourself a bit too high, people will just ignore. They will not even bother to check with, hey, why are you charging so much? What is it you bring to the table? They'll just say, this guy's gone mad. Everyone's asking 10,000, this guy's asking 20,000. I can get, how business people think? They'll think, I can get 2 people or 3 people or 4 people in his budget. Some people will go to the extreme. I'll get 10 junior guys, 1 slightly senior to train all these 10. So, owners have options. So you need to know what are your limitations. You need to be practical. You need to sit down with your mentor or guru or coach or your senior person who's guiding you. Evaluate all your limitations. So write it down. And given your limitations, plus points and limitations with how much you're earning, come up with a practical solution, a doable solution, how you can go to the next level. See, after a certain point, the differences become smaller. Like maybe the first jump in your salary can be 50% higher. The second jump in your salary will be maybe 25% higher. Third jump will be 15%. Fourth jump will be 10%. Finally, you'll reach a point where even to get 5% salary increase will be very, very tough. Unless, of course, you do something or take on multiple roles, multiple responsibilities, and you really can generate revenue. Otherwise, The market is smarter than you. They know what is the going rate. For example, if I know the iPhone is $1,000, maybe out of desperation from us, if I'm not getting anywhere, a scalper might charge me $1,800, okay, and negotiate for $1,500. Why? Because he knows there's a big demand, no supply. But once more and more phones come out, people may pay, oh, okay, I'll have to wait for 1 month for this phone. This guy has it. I have to pay him $100 extra, $200 extra, I'll pay him. But then eventually it comes to a point of saturation where, suppose a new phone or, example, graphics cards. If you're into gaming, you'd know this. When the cryptocurrency boom took place, graphics cards were priced 2 or 3 times higher. Let's say a graphics card is $500. You'll be shocked to know $500 people are even charging up to $5,000. Not joking, not exaggerating. Just search this. During the cryptocurrency boom, there was a shortage of material. COVID had hit. There were no graphics card in the market. There was a massive spike in demand, 10 times more, 20 times more. Today, however, it has died out. People are stuck with the inventory that they purchased. There's a flood of second-hand graphics cards. So now people are putting a price tag, but maybe 10% more, 20% more, not 10 times more. So before it was $500, they're selling for $5,000. Now it is, if it is $500, they'll sell for maximum maybe $600 or $550, brand new. So in the same way for you, if the skill that you have is so rare that you can't get it anywhere, the market will be willing to pay you a little bit extra, but not too much. Like for example, my skills are very unique. What I offer people, very, very unique. Now I can charge maybe, example I'm giving, $500. There will be people willing to pay. If I raise it to say 1,000, maybe there'll be only 10% pay. But I can't hit it at 10,000, then there'll be nobody. People say anyone who can afford to pay 10,000 need not come to this dumb fuck guy, unless of course I have a track record or I have a successful movie or I have a successful billion-dollar company. Then people, oh, I want to learn. So there are levels. So sit down with your mentor, chalk out be realistic, your actual drawbacks, your plus points, and figure out how much can you charge more and who in the market is willing to pay you. Once you do this logically with proper evaluation and you work towards a goal, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, you work towards developing the skill, yes you can. Like for example me, started off at $5 today per hour, $237. Who knows, maybe in the future I'll increase again. But if I have to increase 250 or let's say 300, there should be something substantial. I can't just per hour just charge, oh, before I was charging 237, I'll charge 337. No, can't do that. People are not stupid, and you need to be reasonable, realistic and reasonable. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know if you agree, disagree with what I have to say. But remember, it is possible, but it is not going to be easy. You have to work for it. So take proper guidance from a professional, have a workable, doable solution, practical one, and eventually you'll see results. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. Take care.